Ms. Wood, is there anything else you would like to say?
Just in speaking with Mr. Nicely, that he did report to me that he was in treatment at Brightview. He did not communicate that with the probation department as he should have, and that his employer, employee had with him as well. But he has verified that he is a good support system for him, and was kind of behind him going to Brightview and keeping him clean. And that it hasn't been a matter of him out doing drugs again, but a matter of just not doing what he's supposed to and communicating with the probation department.
All right, now, Mr. Nicely, let's go ahead and tell me whatever you want, including anything they have said yesterday.
Well, I mean,
I heard it all.
I've had a job. I've got my house. You know, I'm doing right. I mean, he did say he wanted me to go to Brightview, so I went ahead and entered in Brightview, which he helped me with.
Who did?
My boss did. My boss. He's been helping me with all of it. He wants me to stay clean. I want to stay clean. And I had to. And yes, I moved away, but it wasn't nothing to do with really why I was on probation here. It was, I had some issues, and I got divorced. And once my divorce was final, I wanted to stay out of trouble, you know. So that's why I left. I just didn't do it the right way. I should probably try to have everything moved to Miami County, where I moved to. That way, you know, because I need to get it straight anyways, and that's something else that me and him was discussing. This has to be straight for my job and for everything that I'm doing.
So where are you working?
For May's Lost Treasures. We go May's Lost Treasures, and we buy furniture, restore it. I do restoring of it.
Where's that located?
It's in Pickwa, Ohio.
All right. And you're going to Brightview where?
In Pickwa.
And are you on MAT?
What is MAT? I mean, I go there.
Are you taking medication?
No, I don't take it. They tried to give me medication. I didn't want it because I got sick. So I was like, I don't need no medicine. So I just been going. I clean every time. I haven't been dirty. So I mean, you check into it. That's where I've been.
Well, you know, I can't check it.
Oh well, I mean,
you have to bring that evidence to them.
Yeah, I can bring that. I can bring you evidence that I've been clean. I tried to get him to send it, but I get hold of my boss. He got a hold of her. But he wasn't able to get a hold of it. He didn't know how to send it.
You have to you got to sign a release of information, and then they can fax it.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I can do that. I mean, but yes, I haven't been trying to stay straight because I do want my life back. I messed up when I got divorced. I ain't gonna lie. I went kind of not the right way, you know. But I'm trying to do better.
When was the last time you were drug tested?
I don't remember the date exactly. It's probably a month ago. So, but they usually take up there at Brightview, and they usually do it every time. Every time I go in, I get tested. So every time you more or less walk in the door, you're tested. So that's the way it works. But I don't take no medicines. I don't take like the. I don't take nothing like that.
You're not getting any shots?
No. I never did the heroin. Heroin was...
Well, that's why you wouldn't be needing.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't.
All right, well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue this, and it'll be 10 days or so to get this information before I want records of drug testing. And the employer want to know about when you've been employed, hopefully there. And then I'll take a look at it if you corroborate what you're telling me. But you're going to stay in jail until then because, and quite honestly, my thinking is to send you to prison simply because you thumbed your nose into court and just decided that you do what you want to do and you do best. And that is not correct because you didn't know then best, you wouldn't be here. And, if there are no penalties for people just walking away, then that's going to undermine the credibility of this court. And that's something that I take very seriously. People need to understand when I tell them to do something, they need to do it. So if you're telling me the truth, I'm going to take that into consideration. So I'm going to give you 10 days, and you'll need to get in touch with your attorney somehow and get Brightview. Brightview probably require a written release of information. So, you need to get busy on that and get that so they can fax it to your attorney so she can present court, and then also a letter from your boss, some records from your boss to show when you were working and so forth. So the hearing will be continued until, let's see, I think we just set something up for March 24th at 1 o'clock. So that's a Thursday. Are you good with this, Whit?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. March 24th at 1 o'clock. And also, I want to know whether or not your boss is going to keep you. Still have a job for you. If he's, I mean, if all this, what I'm trying to do is find out if tell me the truth about it.
Yes.
Because 46 years of experience has shown that people that are where you're at lie more than they do.
I know, sir.
So I want truth. All right. So we're going back to touch it to a minute. All right. That's Marie Holsinger. All right, this is case number 19 CR 232, State of Ohio versus Tessa Ann Marie Holsinger. President of the state, prosecutor King. Mr. Bolster's here, probation department. Representing the defendant is Attorney Daniel Witt. You're Tessa Ann Marie Holsinger. All right, Ms. Holsinger was placed on community control on aggravated possession of methamphetamine. 5th degree felony on August the 6th of 2020. This case is issued for her arrest on April 12, 21. Revocation taken custody in February and notified on February 28 of violations alleged filing from the probation department. The court appointed Ms. Witt and notified the defendant of these allegations. Now, Ms. Witt, again, opportunity to review the allegations of the client.
I have her.
Is she going to request to have a hearing or make a petition?
She's prepared to admit to the violations.
All right, Ms. Holsinger, the allegations are that you failed to report to the probation department since April 5th of 2021, which would be a violation of due, and that you still owe $275 in court costs, which would be a violation of 15 making payments. That's the violation. Alleged. Rule 19 is that you left Another Chance Ministry on April 8, 2021 after being referred there for treatment by the officer. Now, do you recall those allegations? And you understand them?
Yes, sir.
All right. And in the event that you are found to have violated these conditions, I can do one of three things. I can continue your community control under the same conditions previously ordered. I can continue with additional conditions I think are appropriate. Or the third, and most serious, is that I can revoke your community control and sentence you to prison for between 6 and 12 months and fine you $2,500. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone promised you anything or threatened you in any way to get you to admit to these violations? All right? Then, do you have any questions at all?
No questions.
All right, then you admit the allegations that I just read to you were filed on February 28, 2022.
Yes, sir.
All right? Anything from the state?
Thank you, Your Honor. It's the state's position that this defendant is not amenable to community control. She's been completely non-compliant with the probation department for nearly a year now. Was last seen by the probation department in April of 21. At that time, Officer Bowles referred her to treatment at Another Chance Ministries. She walked away after being at Another Chance for not even a week. A KPS was issued on April 12th of 2021. She was not seen or heard from again until she was finally picked up on that KPS. We'll also note that she currently has a trafficking methamphetamine charge pending in this court. So based on all that, the state would ask that her community control be revoked and she be sentenced to term incarceration. Thank you.
Yes, we don't have to.
Yes, Your Honor. We asked the court for a assessment for Tessa for STAR. We believe that obviously she has a drug addiction problem. The addiction has been winning up to now. Before this case, she had 2 prior felonies, both drugs, meth related. So her problem is obviously meth, and just ask for her, and she also needs some, sounds like lockdown treatment facility, and so the STAR would be the best thing for her at this time.
Olsinger, anything you'd like to say?
Sir, I do apologize. I would like another chance at treatment, and I apologize for leaving ECM. It was a little very religious for me, and I'm working on that right now. But I would also like to test for STAR.
Well, I believe this was your 4th conviction, according to what I'm looking at here. You had 3 prior felonies, you were convicted of this. And, been on supervision. In Wilmington. In this case, I think there was an issue. It happened in August 2nd. And we weren't picked up until May of 2020. He went through treatment and then gone. And then he took off. And where was she arrested? You know, in Mr. Boston. Where'd you get picked up?
I got picked up at my grandpa's.
And where's that?
231 Street, Hillsborough, Ohio.
Okay. All right. So, there's no indication that you've done anything. You know, you had a chance for treatment again. You were sent down, referred down to another chance. You've been through Lynn Golf, picked up another charge. This one's trafficking. And you haven't been reporting for 11 months. So let's see, full report that you control be revoked, and that you be sentenced to the Ohio State Performance Board for Women, Marysville, Ohio, for a period of 8 months. Have you had that credit there, Mike?
Yes.
You have a great deal of credit, is 15 days. Now, upon completion of this sentence, it is possible that the adult control authority may choose to put you under post-release control for a period of up to 2 years. It will be supervised by a parole officer at the terms they set. That's optional, but they're going to make that decision. And if you do, you violating those conditions, they can return you to prison for an additional period of up to 1/2 of the prison term for all violations. However, if you are convicted of another felony, then in addition to every sentence judge in the new case of code of felony, that judge is also authorized to sentence in this case an additional period of 1 year, where the time is left on that period of post-release control, whichever greater. If that occurs, that has to be served consecutively in the sentence in the new case. You're also overpaid the court costs for judgment, grant execution order. The court do that, court collect that, court collect that for various means, including levy on bank accounts, wages, earnings, their assets you may have. If that doesn't collect it, then upon completion of your prison sentence, not while you're in prison, but once you get out, you do the control community service in this county, and you give credit for each hour you work. In an hourly rate set by the court, each hour you work will reduce your judgment by that amount. All right, so anything further with counsel? Your man. We're doing the